For decades, they denied it, dismissed it, laughed it off as fantasy. But behind closed doors, deep within government vaults, black projects, and classified files, a different truth lingered. One not meant for your eyes or your ears. This is not science fiction. This is not conspiracy. This is the hidden truth about UFOs. And once you hear it, you can never go back. It began long before Roswell, long before the Cold War, long before the word UFO even existed. Ancient cave paintings in Australia, 5,000-year-old petroglyphs in Utah, medieval woodcuts depicting fiery discs in the sky, all etched into the stone of history. Were these merely myths and metaphors? Or the earliest warnings, misunderstood by time? In 1561, Nuremberg, Germany, a mass sighting. Dozens of witnesses. Aerial objects engaged in what was described as a sky battle. Black spheres, cylinders, crosses of fire, and then a loud crash. Centuries passed, but the pattern didn't fade, it intensified. Then came 1947. Roswell, New Mexico. A rancher stumbles upon strange debris scattered across his land. Metallic, lightweight, impossible to bend. The U.S. military is called in. The official report? We've recovered a flying disc. A day later, retracted. The story changes. Weather balloon, they say. But inside Air Force hangars, away from the public, a different story emerged. Witnesses claimed to have seen bodies. Not human. Autopsies. Secret transportation. Silenced under threats. Gag orders. Some disappeared entirely. What crashed in Roswell wasn't man-made. And the government knew it. From 1952 to 1969, the U.S. Air Force ran Project Blue Book. Publicly, it was a research project to analyze UFO sightings. Privately, it was a containment strategy. 12,618 sightings investigated. Over 700 remained unexplained. Military pilots reported glowing orbs tailing them at impossible speeds. Civilians described discs hovering soundlessly above their homes. Radar operators tracked targets that broke the laws of physics. Each time, denial. Each time, explanation. Swamp gas, balloons, temperature inversions. But behind closed doors, Air Force memos spoke differently. Objects demonstrated flight characteristics beyond known capabilities. They knew. How do these objects move without sound, without heat, without propulsion as we know it? Enter Bob Lazar. In 1989, a soft-spoken physicist stepped into the spotlight. He claimed to work at S4, a secret facility near Area 51. His job? Reverse engineer a captured alien craft. He described a gravity manipulation engine, one that bent space-time around the craft itself. Propulsion not by force, but by warping reality. He spoke of Element 115, an exotic material unknown to science. At the time, no such element existed on the periodic table. Today, it does. Synthesized in 2003. Coincidence? The craft, Lazar said, wasn't built for humans. The cockpit was small, controls alien. The interface, biological. His story was mocked, but no one could disprove it, and elements of what he revealed continued to be validated. For years, they ridiculed, dismissed, denied, but in 2017, the cracks broke open. The New York Times published a story that shook the foundation of secrecy. The Pentagon admitted to running a multi-million-dollar program to investigate UFOs, the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. Alongside the admission, video evidence. U.S. Navy pilots, F-18s, chasing objects accelerating at mind-breaking speeds. No wings, no visible propulsion. One pilot described it as a tic-tac, moving in ways no human craft could, defying gravity, dropping from 80,000 feet to sea level in under a second. The Pentagon confirmed, these are real. So who, or what, controls these crafts? Are they extraterrestrial, interdimensional, time travelers, or something even stranger? Some whistleblowers claim the US and other governments have recovered not one, but multiple crash sites. They say these craft are stored in deep black budget programs, controlled not by elected officials, but by untraceable private contractors. These are secrets buried beneath layers of legality. Immunity. Threats. Former intelligence officers have testified before Congress that non-human biologics have been recovered. Let that sink in. Non-human biologics. Still think this is just a myth? Why keep this hidden? One word: power. If a nation controls alien technology, it controls the future. Weapons, energy, transportation, medicine, a civilization shifting leap forward. But it's not just about technology. It's about religion, philosophy, identity. The truth would shatter what we know about our place in the universe. Leaders feared panic, chaos, collapse. So instead, they chose silence, disinformation, ridicule. But the truth has a habit of rising, especially when too many people have seen too much. It's not just America. From the UK's Ministry of Defense to Russia's KGB, from Brazil to China, every major government has documented UFO encounters, jet intercepts, failed chases, lights hovering over nuclear bases. In some cases, missile systems were disabled simultaneously, not destroyed, not attacked, just turned off. A warning? In 2020, Israel's former space security chief claimed Earth is in contact with a galactic federation. Wild claim, but he wasn't a nobody. He held one of the highest offices in Israeli defense. Are we already part of something bigger? It's not just sightings. There are encounters, intimate, disturbing, undeniable, rural abductions, implanted memories, missing time, surgical implants recovered from experiencers, materials unknown to science. A ranch in Utah, Skinwalker Ranch, became ground zero for decades of UFO, paranormal, and interdimensional phenomena. Government scientists were sent. Some never spoke again. And the stories? Of craft entering and exiting water without resistance. Of portals opening in midair. Of creatures seen, but never caught. All hidden behind layers of denial. Now, governments are slowly opening up. Congress holds hearings. Pilots testify. Whistleblowers speak. But is this real disclosure? Or controlled narrative? What are they preparing us for? Why now? Some believe a larger truth is approaching, too large to hide. Others warn, beware the false flag, that a staged alien threat could be used to justify global control. Project Bluebeam, artificial holograms, weapons in orbit. The line between truth and manipulation is razor thin, and you are caught in the middle. They told you not to look up, that the sky was empty, that we are alone, but you've always known, in your gut, in your soul, that we're not. The truth was never out there. It was hidden, right here, in black files, in hangars, in the spaces between official lies. UFOs are real. They've always been real. And now, the world is waking up. The only question that remains, what else have they been hiding?